Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing of a commander deck from the latest Magic the Gathering set, Phyrexia All Will Be One. And this particular set came out during the first quarter of 2023. So continuing on with my initial look at some of the recent Phyrexia releases, this will be the first of the two commander decks. So there's the Rebllion Rising, and the second one, I won't lie, I've completely forgotten the name. I think it's something to do with corruption, but either way, there will be a video of the opening of that commander deck in the near future. So here we have the front of the commander deck box for the Rebllion Rising. So this will be a white and red deck with a example of the very nice special card that will be inside. So this is, who do we have here? Nyali Sun's Vanguard, so human rebel. So obviously the people who are probably not too keen with the Phyrexians in power. At least that's my take on things. But for the rest of it, it's pretty much in the standard commander box style. So that is the front. Some of that artwork does carry over onto the side, so that's very nice. The artwork so far has been very interesting. At the point of this video, I've done 3 Jumpstart boosters, and the art style is actually very unique across the board. So I'm still missing a red and a white Jumpstart set, but given this commander deck, I may miss it. Well, skip them, depending what the cards are like. But anyway, continuing on. So here we have the back of the box. So lead the resistance. So that's obviously your pre-constructed commander deck. So that will be 100 card deck with 10 new cards, your typical deck box, 10 double-sided token cards, the foil etch display commander, life wheel, strategy insert, and a reference card. So pretty much everything you need to pretty much get you started with a workable deck. There'll also be a sample of a collector booster as well. So nice to have some things inside. So that's very cool. So that is the back. Now, in terms of what's inside the box. Probably touching the messy side. In fact, I don't think I've actually done an unboxing in this way in a while now, just because it is a touch bit on the messy side. So we have the deck and some of the fancy, nice cards and tokens. So what I'll do from here on in, I will go through and prep up everything that's in the card deck. Then we can have a better look at everything that is inside. Okay, with everything out of the box, yes, everything is a chaotic mess. So let's see if we can try and tidy this up a little bit. So this is pretty much the card insert from the box. So that's pretty much what we see on the front of the box. But we do have these little tokens on the side. A few more on the other side, which is your standard tokens with the commander. A few at the very top as well. And then lastly, there is this one on the back of the box as well. So it's always nice to have some of these little tokens. And just a nice little preview of the commander card. So that's the cardboard side of things. Little deck card box, nothing too fancy. Looks like these ones are actually a little bit more durable than some of the ones that I had with the Brothers War. We do have some nice artwork on the box as well. And there is a little insert in there as well, just to help cushion things. That's pretty standard. Before we get into the cards, standard life wheel. Pretty much your generic Magic the Gathering themed one. So that's always in there. We'll get to that later. I have opened it. Now we do have the little strategy insert, which I will unfold off camera. More to the point, I will attempt to unfold off camera. I don't know how well this will come through. So we do have that nice blown up image of, I think that's the commander herself, Yali. There you go. So there's some quick brief rundown on that, and obviously the general rules for playing Commander. And in terms of the back, so we have the usual secret layer promo, and then we have some more information about Niali. So it's really nice to read some of that backstory. So that's very cool. So we have that. Just try to fold that back up ever so neatly. More to the point, attempt to do it ever so neatly. Okay, before we get into the 100 odd cards, so this is the sample pack. So there are 3 cards in here, one of which I'm sure is Magic Layer, and the other 2 will probably be actual, not Magic Layer, Secret Layer. There you go. So 3 cards. So usual Friday Night Magic, Secret Layer. In terms of the actual cards themselves, so we have Monumental Corruption. That's a rare card. Sorcery, target player draws X cards and loses X life, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Interesting. Not a bad price point to use. Looking at the heart, I don't know, kind of reminds me of the heart of Yashara. Good old Warcraft. And then lastly, we have what appears to be a foil of a common card of a Phyrexia soldier, Sinew Dancer. I do quite like the weird black and white style of it. So those are some of the sample cards that were included. So those are those. Now, the fun part, the actual deck itself. Now, being a commander deck, I'm not going to try to spend too much time on it because it is pretty much pre-built. Obviously, your usual strategy card. These will be your, I think these will be your double-sided ones. We'll look at those first. So, some angels, token creatures, elephant, spirit, cat, very interesting goblin, Eldrazi, a Thopter, interesting, and a dragon. And in terms of the back, what do we have? The Monarch, Kobold, a Mir, Soldier, a Rebel, a little bird, human soldier, and some more soldiers. So those are the double-sided cards. Now, as for the deck itself, which, as I said, we'll probably try and fly through. I think this one is your fancy commander card. So this will be on the thicker stock, which is why I thought it felt a little bit interesting. As for the rest, so we do have another version of the commander card as well. So we have 2 of them. We have another foil. What do we have here? Mythic of the Legendary Phoenix. And then it's pretty much the deck itself. So let's see if I can fly through this. Because it's the 100 odd cards, I'm just going to randomly place them down once I'm done. So far, so this is obviously more of the white side of the deck. It's definitely not too bad looking, but I'm on the fence so far, actually. I mean, the art is still very impressive as always. Oh, look, it's the Imperial Fists moving along. Probably not piled this up very well. Or maybe I have. Oh, these are land cards of some description. I'm moving back into some more cards. In fact, here we have a few string of rares. I would almost dare say the white and the red side of things. Who do we have here? A mythic card? Oh, it's a Planeswalker card. Elspeth. Yeah, before I was interrupted by the card. Yeah, the white and the red just seem to be more your standard humanoid and more general happier themed cards, which isn't an issue. So in a way, I'm actually glad I've been graced with the 3 Jumpstart boosters that I have, because it definitely has provided cards where the art style and the colors have actually been something up my alley. So I can definitely imagine doing the other Commander deck unboxing, I'll have probably more of an affinity for that than I am this one. Not to say this one is terrible, but I think if you have preferences, well, chances are your preferences will be for the other Commander deck. I'm just trying my best not to bump the camera stand. As I said earlier, it is a pre-built deck, so there's nothing here that you wouldn't be able to look online for to see how the deck was built. That's an interesting card. Actually, because I've now had samples of each of the 5 colors, all the cards I've seen so far, I've actually not felt like duplicates, because with this Commander deck I've now looked at the remaining 2 colors of white and red. So it's a very interesting array of artwork. It definitely differs a lot. So depending on your style, you may or may not appreciate it as much. I'll just tidy that one up, and then pretty much all the basic land cards. So I'll probably like 10 reds and 10 whites, I would imagine. And there we go. That is pretty much the contents of the actual pre-built deck. So it's definitely a very interesting looking deck. Obviously my OCD is now going to go into somewhat overdrive because it's now been slightly shuffled, but that is okay. How are we doing this? She might just do that. Take that away. Yeah, we can just leave it at that. So that pretty much brings us to the end of the unboxing of the Rebllion Rising Commander deck for the latest Phyrexia theme set. It's definitely not a bad looking Commander deck. I've always and ahhed about white and red, and it's usually always been a case of it'll depend on the set itself. Now that I've seen all 5, I would probably say white and red will be my least preferred colors. Black looked pretty good. Blue was surprisingly quite good, and so was green. So if I was to go by color, it would be around blue, green, or black, or a combination of the 2. I'm trying to remember what the other Commander deck is. I think it might be blue and green. off the top of my head. The unboxing will obviously clear that one up, so definitely keep an eye out for that one. It should be uploaded in the next few days. But yes, I do quite like that the commander deck is always built to be pretty much self-sustainable. You obviously don't need to worry about some of the randomness of the cards you get within boosters, but it does obviously have the risk of people can plan strategies against your deck. But at the same time, your deck is still randomized in the way that you draw out your cards, so it's not something that you can purely plan for in advance. But that's the beauties of trading card games, I guess. You still have an element of chance and luck. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account. Link in the description below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video. See ya.